Democrats. Let's focus on them, shall we? Democrats America. It's not normal. We say it's high time that evil and agenda-driven people stop pretending that it is normal in tonight's preamble. We woke up today to this headline: the people who are in charge of cleaning up Joe Biden's messes. No, not those kinds of messes, his rhetorical messes. These people, once again, have come out saying that Joe Biden didn't mean what he said. Throughout his occupation of the Oval Office, Joe Biden has been saying stupid, uninformed, false, and dangerous things, only to have his handlers, those who are really loyal to Obama, perform myriad cleanups on aisle 5. It was Barack Hussein Obama himself who infamously said of all often wrong Joe Biden, "Don't underestimate Joe's ability to F things up." That statement is crucial and important. It's crucial because it has the virtue of being true. It's also important because it's one of the rare times that Obama opened his mouth and told the truth. Here's a few examples of Joe Biden, as Obama so eloquently put it, effing things up.
The Constitution, the Second Amendment, was never absolute. You couldn't buy a cannon when the Second Amendment was passed. You couldn't go out and purchase a lot of weaponry.
Russia will be held accountable if it invades, and it depends on what it does. It's one thing if it's a minor incursion and then we end up having a fight about what to do and not do, et cetera.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes.
You are?
That's the commitment we made. Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia. For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power.
Having an occupier of the Oval Office so clearly mentally compromised isn't normal. Having an occupier of the Oval Office who has to check with his team of left-wing millennial know-nothings to find out what he thinks is not normal. The Hunter Biden laptop is still under investigation, and as we saw yesterday, with Hillary lawyer Michael Sussman getting off, courtesy of a stacked jury, our two-tier justice system all but ensures that the selling of influence committed by the Biden crime family will go unpunished. Now the Democrats control the FBI and permanent Washington, it's now legal for Democrats to break the law, as long as they're doing so to take down their political opposition, Republicans. But Democrats getting away with betraying our country doesn't sit very well with our people. They are noticing that the Democrat Party and their figurehead, Joe Biden, are committed to delivering for our nation's enemies and undermining the safety and security of our people. Americans know there's something wrong here. Recent polls show that nearly 2/3 of the American people believe Joe Biden is compromised by our communist enemy, China. Having the alleged leader of the free world under the thumb of a communist dictatorship, a genocidal communist dictatorship, a racist communist dictatorship, is not normal. Yesterday, Joe Biden's new brain said this about protecting our kids in GovEd schools.
When it comes to schools, and I don't know what he said specifically about schools. I know there's been conversation about hardening schools. That is not something that he believes in.
Joe Biden and his party don't believe in protecting our kids in schools. Wow. They don't want to make our schools more secure. Now that tracks because they don't believe in teaching our kids inside of those schools either. The nation's parents are awakening to this abnormal agenda being forced on them by Republicans and Democrats. In North Carolina, in a lesson designed to teach colors to our kids, preschoolers had, well, the education system there used flashcards depicting a pregnant man to normalize this perverse scientific impossibility. In socialist-controlled San Francisco, the San Francisco Unified School District announced that it would no longer use the word chief in any job titles, saying it's racist against Native Americans. Now, this would come as a shock to the chiefs of police around our country, chief petty officers, and, of course, the commander-in-chief. Americans have earned and deserve parental school choice for a myriad reasons. Chief among them, the people running GovEd are bat guano crazy. In a suburb of Chicago, schools are adopting race-based grading. That means if a white Hispanic, and black student hand in a test and they all get 60% of the answers correct, the white student will get a D, the Hispanic student will get a C, and the black student will get a B. This is an effort to cover up GovEd's failure, as black and Hispanic students are not getting educated and are failing at a rate of 77% and 49% respectively. Instead of teaching all children to succeed, left-wing dominated GovEd is simply lowering the bar through the bigotry of low expectations. These are just a few examples of how Joe Biden and his party are harming our children, courtesy of Democrats. The next generation is going to be illiterate, unqualified, and uncompetitive on the world stage. The only thing our dumbed-down kids will be good for in the future is voting Democrat. Sacrificing our children's future so that Democrats can live comfortably today? It is not normal. The damage being done to America is being aided by the sellout press, which has devolved into the voice of the elites. The damage being done to America by the Democrats is being aided by some of their close friends in the Republican Party. Names like McConnell, Cornyn, Kinzinger, Cheney, Murkowski, Romney, Sass, and others. What you have to know is that you don't have to be a member of the press or even a biologist to be qualified enough to know that what these people are doing to us is wrong. Remember, we outnumber them. You are not crazy. You are not the anti-Americans in this scenario. They are. It's time every American get as involved in taking back this country as our nation's parents have been in taking back control over their kids' education. If you don't act, tyrants here in America, emulating Canada's leftist tyrant Trudeau, will strip our nation of everything that made it great. Our politicians in permanent Washington don't make America great. We, the people, do. And once these statists are purged from power, America will once again be normal.